Sound of a gentle, ethereal hum slowly builds with a low, ominous rumble underneath. Have you ever wondered what happened in the 3 days between Jesus' crucifixion and his resurrection? The Bible gives us hints, but there's a moment, a confrontation, that shook the very foundations of existence. It's a story not just of death, but of a cosmic battle fought in the heart of darkness. Picture this. The Son of God, having breathed his last on the cross, his body laid in a cold stone tomb. But his spirit was not at rest. It was on a mission. He descended, not to a peaceful paradise, but to the very gates of hell, the domain of Lucifer, the fallen one. Imagine the scene. The air in hell is thick with despair, the screams of the lost echoing for eternity. For millennia, Lucifer had reigned supreme here. He was the king of this desolate kingdom, the master of death. He had tempted Adam and Eve, corrupted humanity, and now he believed he had finally won. He had orchestrated the death of the Messiah himself, the ultimate victory. Suddenly, a light pierces the gloom. Not the fires of damnation, but a light so pure, so powerful it hurts to look at. And in the center of that light stands a figure. It's Jesus. Not the broken, bleeding man from the cross, but a being of immense, radiant power. The King of Kings, Lucifer, in all his dark majesty, rises from his throne. For the first time in eons, perhaps, he feels a tremor of something he'd long forgotten: fear. He sees Jesus and he scoffs, trying to mask his unease. "You here? I thought I dealt with you." He probably gestured around at the legions of demons, the endless torment. "This is my kingdom now. You have no power here." But Jesus doesn't flinch. He just looks at Lucifer, his eyes holding the wisdom of eternity and the fire of righteousness. He didn't come to negotiate. He didn't come to argue. He came to declare victory. And on that day, as Jesus stood before Lucifer, all hell broke loose. It wasn't a battle of swords and shields. It was a battle of authority. Jesus held up his hands, not pierced with nails anymore, but radiating with divine authority. He declared, the keys of death and Hades, they are mine." At that moment, the very chains that held the damned began to rattle and break. The gates of hell, once thought impenetrable, were shattered. Lucifer and his demons reeled back, their power nullified, their authority stripped away in an instant. The one they thought they had defeated had invaded their stronghold and was plundering it. Jesus wasn't just saving a few souls. He was leading a triumphant procession, liberating the captives, the righteous who had waited in the darkness for this very moment. He was proclaiming to every corner of that dark domain that death had been defeated. The sting of death was gone. The grave had lost its victory. So when we think of the cross, let's not just remember the suffering. Let's remember the triumph that followed. The moment the King of Heaven descended into the heart of hell, not as a victim, but as a victor. He faced down the enemy, took back the keys, and declared for all time that the light will always overcome the darkness.